Getting to the end of it, guys. Section 10.4 and 10.5 test review. It says solve for x. So that little 5 right there should be right about here. So it's a little bit of a misprint just to get things started. But you start here, you go there. 5 to the power of x equals 125. Some of these you can just look at and you go, aha, x is 3. But if you want to stick with the program, common bases, happy places, this turns into 5 cubed. And the 5's disappear and we can say x equals 3. Either way you want to do it. This one, here's my base, supposed to be down here. It's a 5. So 5 to the x power equals 25 square root of 5. And here's one of those where we have to get common bases. You can see we're going to need to have all our bases be 5. So we're going to turn that 25 into 5 squared. There's an invisible 1 there and an invisible 2 there. And we know that this is the same thing as 5 to the, put that over that, 1/2 power. And when the bases are the same and you're multiplying, you add. So that's 2 and a half. So this is 5. I don't know how you want to do it, but maybe 2.5 power equals 5 to the x. That just came along for the ride. Therefore, x equals 2.5. X equals 2.5. Same thing here. Base is a 7. Should be more down here. To the third power equals x. And to be honest with you, you're done. But they might want you to multiply it all out. So either way, but I think it's this one. This one, the base is a 6 to the fourth power equals x, which is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 equals x, which is 1,296 if you mash it out on your calculator. Number 5 says express log of base 6 m to the 6 n to n in terms of log m and log n. In other words, we got to get out the mul. And the first thing I want you to notice is there's a little multiplication implied there, and multiplication equals addition. So this would turn into log base 6 m to the 6 plus log base 6 n. Now technically you have followed their instructions, but remember they always want you to be looking for law 3, which means we can take the exponent in the front. So 6 log base 6m plus log base 6n. That's what they're going to want you to do. Number 6, same thing. They want you to take the 1 log and split it into 2 with your mul. Now you notice this power of 4, we're just going to attach it to these two things first. So that'd be m to the fourth over n to the fourth. Remember, division means subtraction. So that'd be log base 2 m to the fourth minus log base 2 n to the fourth. And like I said in this previous problem, if you have law 3 lurking, you need to take care of it. So that would be 4 log 2m minus 4 log 2n. There's your answer. Same thing here. We got 1 log. They want us to split it into 2. First thing we should look at is the square root, and we should know by now that that's the same thing as raising something to the 1/2 power. And now I've got a power to a power, and there's an invisible 1 there, power to a power. So I'm going to rewrite this as log base 3 m to the 1/2 n to the 7/2. Now I haven't followed the instructions yet because I still only have 1 log, but notice these are connected by multiplication. So we're going to get our mathematical mul out, and then we're going to split it using addition. And once again, we got law 3 sitting here, law 3 sitting here, so we got to bring that in the front, bring that in the front. 1/2 log base 3m plus 7/2 log base 3n. There's our answer for that one. Now they're putting it in reverse. Now they want us to take 2 logs and write it as a single log. Remember how we did law 3 last, law 3 last? Now everything's in reverse. We got to look for law 3 first. There's law 3, Law 3. So that needs to go up here. That needs to go up here. I'm going to rewrite it. Log base 10 p to the 6th plus log base 10 q to the 5th. What does addition mean? Well, this is the marriage. So addition means multiplication. We're going to multiply this times this. And that's log base 10 p to the 6th q to the 5th. Done. Number 8, very similar. We want to write it as a single log. So there's law 3, law 3. So I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to rewrite it. So that's log base 5 p cubed minus log base 5 q to the 4th. Remember, subtraction means division. The first one's in the top, so that'd be log base 5 p cubed all over q to the 4th. Here's our answer. This one's going to require that we're a little creative. So you see how they tell us if we can get a 7, it's going to equal 0.85. If we can get a 2, it's going to equal 0.3. That's the goal. So you see this 14, they're asking us to think of it as 7 times 2. And we're going to use our laws we used. We're going to split that into 2. And now we can substitute. We know that this equals 0.85. We know that this equals 0.3. So that's going to be, well, you can just look at it right here, 1.15. 1.15 if we just add those together. Here, we look at this and we say, all right, let's use our rules. That's just the same thing as log base 10 7 minus log base 10 2. Substitute 0.85 minus 0.3, and that would just be 0.55. This one's going to require that we're a little bit more creative. 28, we're going to start out by writing that as 7 times 4. See, we want 7s and we want 2s. We're going to take this first step and we're going to write it as 2 logs. I'm going to use this space up here. So log base 10 7 plus log base 10 4. We know what this is, so we're going to substitute it right now. It's 0.85. The 4 is awfully close to a 2, so we're going to take that, we're going to write it as log base 10 2 times 2, and then that will split into 2 logs. And we know that this equals 0.3 from here, and we know that this equals the same thing. So this plus this is 0.6. 0.6 plus this is 1.45 for number 12. This one's got a little twist to it, so watch this. We're going to take this, we're going to go 70, we're going to turn that into 7 times 10. That will split into 2 by using addition. This one is easy because they tell us what it is. It equals 0.85. This one, we got to think to ourselves, if this was its own math problem and the instructions were to simplify, we want to know what it equals, we'd have to go 10 to some power equals 10. Well, wouldn't that be 1? In other words, 10 to the x power equals 10 to the first. X has to equal 1. So this whole thing equals 1. Now, you're supposed to be able to figure that out without using your calculator, but if you just go log 10, you'll see that it equals 1. So 1 plus 0.85 is 1.85. Simplify. Be careful with those instructions. The first thing we're going to do is use our rules. Addition, we're going to use the marriage rule. Addition means multiplication, so we're going to multiply 4 times 32. That's 128. But the problem says simplify, which we remember really means solve. Solve for what? The x. So we have to go 2 to the x equals 128. And this one you could just kind of experiment and just keep stacking up 2's until you get 128. One way or another, or common bases, happy places. But you will see that it takes 7 of them to get 128. So these drop out. So x equals 7. So number 14 is 7. Number 15, subtraction means division. So the 2 shall become 1. So it's really 375 all over 3, which turns into log base 5, 125. And because it says simplify, it really means solve if you stick the x in there. So now we go 5 to some power equals 125. And if your brain goes, oh, I just see that that's 3, you can be done. But if that doesn't work for you, you better take an extra second, common basis, happy places, and then you go, aha, x equals 3.